So without further ado, I present to you our graduation speaker and former visitation teacher, Mr. Peter Kalenik.
Well, hello. It is good to be back in Visitation. And so before we get started recognizing our graduates here today, let's get off on the right foot by recognizing the individual that's truly responsible for today's celebration, right? And that is our Creator. So repeat after me. God is good.
God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
A little bit louder. God is good.
God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
All right, now that you really mean it, here we go. God is good.
God is good.
All of the time.
All the time.
All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and ask all the graduates to stand up and to turn around and face your family. And so the young people that you see before yourself today have dedicated themselves to learning, not just math, not just writing, not just English, but learning how to become positive human beings within our society. At the same time, graduates look out into the crowd and see your family members, your friends, and your loved ones who have sacrificed their time and their resources in order to make sure that you did your homework and in order to make sure that your tuition was paid for. Alright? Alright, so we'll go ahead and ask you to take a seat. So within that context though, what are we working for? What are we paying for? Why do we all choose visitation? And for me, from my time as an educator here, it really boils down to one story. Essentially, an unfortunate circumstance took place where a young person that was out playing on the playground ended up having a used syringe puncture her hand. You can imagine that by the school community heard about this, they were pretty upset. But there was a grandfather of one of the students that I was responsible for. He volunteered, went to Sister Jean, and said, "Give me the keys to the playground." Sister Jean, being Sister Jean, said, "What are you, nuts? I want to restrict access, right? What are you going to do?" He goes, "Sister Jean, give me the keys to the playground. I'm going to wake up early, and I'm going to rake the wood chips every morning to make sure that them guys don't win." Now, Mr. Rogers is raking the wood chips for at least a good 3 weeks before I even realize what's going on. Finally, he calls me aside. He says, "Mr. K, you'll talk. I gotta talk to you." "All right, Mr. Rogers, what's going on?" He goes, "Cantrell, he's my grandson. He's in your 8th grade class. He was telling me about how you served in the military and you finished school." "Yes, sir, I had." He goes, "Well, I tell Cantrell to do everything that you've already done so that he does not have to be here. And you choose to be here. Why?" Mr. Rogers, no one's ever asked me why. He goes, "Well, are you happy?" "Sir, I don't know." "Son, there's only 2 ways in this world that you can be happy." He goes, "Well, the first way is that you figure out what you love and you get a plan to do it every day." "Mr. K, do you know what you love?" "No, sir, I don't." He goes, "Well, the other way is that you look around this world and you see what you hate and you try to fix it." The moment struck me, but being a young guy right out of the military, "Mr. Rogers, I've seen you out here for almost a month now, raking these wood chips, waking up early. I tell you don't love doing that. What are you doing?" He goes, "No, Mr. K, I don't love raking wood chips, but I damn sure hate seeing needles stuck in your hands go to work." And so within all the control that this man had, which was waking up early and grabbing a rake, I don't know necessarily if he found happiness, but I'm pretty sure that he found purpose. And for me, that is why I was at Visitation. And for me, that is why I believe you all sacrifice in order to send your children here. Because more than just reading and writing, we're living up to a tradition of contributing to our community and bettering ourselves, which is aligned with the same tradition of the Cincinnati Dominican sisters that run this school. So if you haven't learned that lesson yet, graduates, that ultimately, what everything that we've been doing for the last 8 years that we've been here as 8th graders is learning how to develop our own sense of purpose. And if you haven't done that yet, I truly recommend that the only way that you can achieve that purpose is by figuring out what you love and getting a plan to do it every day, or looking out into the world at the things and the injustices that you cannot stand and working to fix them. So, with that guidance moving forward as you progress into high school, I just want to end with one last bit of scripture, which is Romans 12:21, that says, "Do not be overcome by evil, but let evil be overcome by good." So with that, congratulations, and I'll let you guys go on to your barbecues that you have planned today. Thank you so much.